All right. Hello. Hello. So, what are we doing? We are going to learn how to read the abacus. We have this number on my abacus. We do hundreds, tens, nope, tens and ones. And so when we're looking, we have 575. No, the top beat is a value of 5. That's what that is. Thank you so much for liking my live. So the top beat is a value of 5. The bottom beat is a value of 1. When we're looking at the abacus, we're noticing what? I'm using 3 columns, so I'm using 3 digits. Because I'm using 3 columns, 3 digits, I'm only using these ones. Anytime the beads are touching the reckoning bar, it is considered counted. Because they're touching the reckoning bar, these are counted. Notice that these beads are not touching the reckoning bar. These are not counted. So these ones are not counted. These ones are not counted. This is not counted. The top bead is always a value of 5. So if a 5 and a 5, we have 5, but we have 2 more here. So this is actually 7 because we know that 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So our number is, what's our number? Is 575. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color that in. So what's the next number? Well, this number is not the answer, right? This number is now 864. So when we're looking at the abacus, we have 8. How do we get 8? We have 5, 6, 7, 8. The top bead is always 5, and the bottom beads are always a value of 1. So we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. We have 6, 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, and then this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Robert. Hello. Good evening. How are you today? Did you go live? Are you still live? What's going on? Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going down here, and our next number is this. I'm teach me, ma'am. 5-star Sue. If I'm teaching you, you sit back and you watch. So our next number is going to be 5, and then 4, we have a value of 9. So we have 5 is always going to be the top beat, and then we have 1. We have 4. Very, very demanding 5-star Sue. So we have 4 on the abacus. So notice that the B's are touching the reckoning bar. I'm all right this morning. Is it? Oh my God, it is early for you, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm actually a little tired. I was doing some chores and stuff, and I was like, I need to get on. I need to get onto live. I actually restocked on some of my books, but I realize I'm still missing on a few more books. So I have to go back and have to restock again. It's crazy keeping inventory. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one. Yeah, that's how I figured. Early morning. You sleep pretty late, don't you, Robert? So we have 4 in the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, and then we have 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So this is 914. That's what that looks like. So it takes us to this number over here. So this is 914, and I'm just going to color it in nicely. Yep. So on the abacus we have 914. And then we have our next number. What number do you think this is? That should be easy, right? So if we have our number, we have our ones, tens, and our hundreds. What number do we think that is? If we have the top bead is a value of 5, the bottom bead is a value of 1. So here we have our ones and our tens. We have, thank you so much for sharing my live. We have, thank you, David. It is 60, right? Easy. Easy. So when we do 60, right, we have a 6 and a 0. We have 5 and the 6, and then this is a 0. So what's our next number? This is a 3-digit number. Notice what? Notice that we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. 5-star, don't swear. Don't swear. If you're going to do that, then get out. There's no need for you to swear. We have children in this room. You may or may not understand. I don't care how you speak. You need to watch your words. I have children here in my room that are as young as in grade 4 or 5. They know swear words. I know they know, but I don't want to encourage that. Do you understand? So you watch your words. Thank you. Thank you, Jelly. Yes, it is 800. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we have 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. We have 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. And then we have 3. There we go. So that is what we have. 893. We're still going to continue on learning how to read the abacus. Thank you so much for the follow. What we're going to do is we're going to continue on how to read the abacus. And what's our next number? There we go. So we have our numbers. Oh, good. Nisio, right? I hope I hope I said that right. Yes. So we have our top bead as a value of 5. We have the bottom beads a value of 1, and then we have the bottom bead. So when we're looking, we have our ones, tens, and our hundreds. This is what it looks like. We have our place folder. When we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. Why is that? Because this is our label. Our label tells us this is the ones place. Thank you, David. Yes. So it is 500. It is not 30. It is 70. 30 looks like this. 70 looks like that. So 70, the reason why is because the top bead is a value of 5. And then we have 1. So we have 5, 7, 1. 5 on the top bead, right? Because it's touching the reckoning bar, this is be considered counted. So our next number is that one. What is our next number? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please.
Good. I'm very happy, 5-star. Well done. Be safe. Y'all keep on teaching. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, David Country. It is 685. Well done. Thank you. It is 600. Oh, is it 5 or is it 1? Is it 5 or is it 1? It is 5. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Rossman. It is 5. 1 looks like that. Sometimes we forget because it is always, we just have to kind of pay attention to it. But well done, though. You got it. Thank you so much for the follow. So we're going to continue on. So it is 685. And then we have our next number. What is our next number? We have our hundreds, which is this. We have our ones, and then we have our tens. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. What number are we going to do? We are doing this one right here. So thank you so much. So we have, yes, Kelly. Thank you, David. Thank you. You just typed fast. Thank you, Rossman. Yes, thank you. It is 895. Well done. So it's 895. This is a maze book. My maze book is 3-digit puzzles. These 3-digit puzzles are available in my shop. I did pin it down below for those of you that are interested, right? So then we have this number, and then what we're going to do is our next number. So we have our hundreds. We have our hundreds. I'm sorry. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. I never knew. Thank you. Not a problem, Kelly. Are we close to being done with this page? I think so. Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 more pages. 4 or 5 more, and then we'll be done. And then we can go in some adding and subtracting. Yes, thank you. It is 931. Well done. So we have 931, and then we have this. Is there a reason why you ask, David Country? So what is our next number? We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. What number do we think that is? What number do we think that is? Thank you, David. It is, thank you, Kelly. It is 426. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follow, Jelly. So we have our next number. Can we work on some basic math? If not, that's fine. We will. We will. I think we're going to, because there's a lot of people that are really that are getting it. So yes, we will start doing it after this. After this, we'll go into it. So we have our tens, no, hundreds, tens, and ones. It seems like that people are really getting it. So I think we're going to go into basic adding and subtracting. Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Jeremiah. Yes, I got a new soundbite just for you. It is 767. Well done. So then our next number is, what is our next number? And then, yes. And so what is our next number? We have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. Thank you, David Country. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. It is 587. Thank you, Jelly. Thank you, David. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, Kelly. That's it. And then we have our last one. We have our last one. What number do you think that is? Do you know what, Jeremiah, do you know what movie that one came from? So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Thank you, David. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Jelly. Well done. Thank you, Hayden. Okay, good. So that was easy. So what it was is what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. Because we learn how to read the abacus, we can actually, it's from the Goonies. Back in the day when there was those kids, they were trying to find a pirate ship. And there was that, yeah, that was a long time ago. So this is my book. This book is available in my shop. I did pin it at the bottom. I just joined and I learned it through. I just learned in 3 poems. That's great. And so this is available in my TikTok shop. There's also a bundle where you can actually get the abacus as well. So it comes with the puzzles and the puzzles. And the puzzles is a lot about just reading how to read the abacus. That's what the puzzles are. And it's to keep your brain active. And I do give you another option to do this puzzle. This puzzle is called a reverse, and what it is you have the number and you have to color in the number. What does a full page look like? Oh, here, sorry, it looks like that. So I already did it, but we were doing it, right? And that's what the full page, there's a start and then there's an end, and that's what the full page looks like. There is 1 2 3 1 2 3, there's 12 problems. Can you tell me which the colors mean? Coloring books for in the, oh, I'm sorry. The colors, no, the colors mean nothing. So if I have this, right, there's that. So when you notice, it doesn't matter what the numbers are. It doesn't matter what the colors are. So if I line it up, this is my line up, right? If I have my ones over here, this is my ones over here. You see that dot? So we have our 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Does that make sense, Hayden? So we have our 5, we have 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that make sense? So what is the yellow for? The yellow? This yellow? Oh, this yellow, I just did it because that was the not the right path. That was not the path. That's why. I was going to do it where I was going to review what the not the right path is. The right path is the green. The yellow just happens to be just the other. I just wanted a color. That's what it was. But because you guys were so quick on it, then it was easy. Oh, thank you so much for checking in. Jeremiah, you could see I have extra stickers. Do you see the stickers? I have stickers. Okay, so that's that. That's a coloring book in the big 25. I don't know what that means. All right. So for those of you that are interested, hello, Cream. Welcome back. Yes, thank you. Those are my stickers. That's one of my books. You'll notice it's actually this one right here. It's this one right here. Okay. So for those of you that are interested, what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to move the beads. Why? Because now we know how to read the beads. We're going to understand how to move the beads. To move the beads, we're actually going to go into understanding what it means to add all these numbers. So the first thing we're going to do is understand this book. This book is available in my shop. It is available here. I did pin it down below. It is number 3 in my shopping cart in my shop. This is a preschool book. This preschool book was meant for children that are 3, 4, and 5 because they didn't know their numbers. And my idea was that I wanted to introduce them to the numbers and the abacus as well. I think I need to pass the test. To pass the test soon. Okay, Cream, but I don't know what kind of test you need to pass, and I'm not sure if I can help you. I apologize, but I don't think that is above my pay grade to help you with any tests. The only thing that I do is adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Those are the only things I do. So when we're looking, so this is just an idea of what the preschool book looks like. So this is a bunch of activities about 0 to 4, and then we have extra activities to strengthen the idea of what the numbers are, and then we go into 0 to 5 to 9, and then again we start. It's all I need. I'm a little rusty. Oh, really? Perfect. We will keep going then. So let me continue on with just the understanding how to do this. So we have our counting and coloring, and this is just a maze. They can choose whatever, and then so forth. We have Cream, then if that's the case, then you let me know when I need to explain it again, okay? So don't be shy with your questions when it comes to Abacus. I will answer as much as I can. So this is counting forward, and then we are counting backwards. After counting backwards, we have to figure out what comes in between. After it comes what's in between, then we figure out what's surrounding. So this number is surrounding, so we have our numbers that are surrounding. And then our next one is to understanding the bigger than and less than. So after we understand the bigger than and less than, now we're going to get into adding and subtracting. So adding and subtracting. Abacus world. Hello, here comes the sun. I know that song. Here comes the sun. Hello, here comes the sun. So what we're gonna do? Yes, it's the Beatles. Yes. And so, did you know where that movie came from? So what we're going to do is understand in Abacus world, we need to look at the second number. The second number is what's going to dictate whether or not we're going to need a formula, right? So what does that mean? I do not. It's the Goonies with Sloth and Chunk, and they're coming down. I don't know if you know Goonies, but they're coming down a pirate sailing ship because they needed to protect the friends from the mom and the brothers. Trillion? Trillion is over here. Because size matters, so we have ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillion. There we go. So, but because the camera is really close, you can't see it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 7. 7 on the abacus, and then what are we going to do? I know the Goonies. Yes, the Truffle Shuffle! Yes, the Truffle Shuffle. So the question is can I add the 1? Yes, I can add the 1. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So we can add the 1. So my final answer is 8. Okay, so what we're doing is we're understanding how to move the beads. We're not focusing on the result. We want to divorce the result and marry the process. Divorce the result and marry the process. Why? Because we need to understand how to move the beads. What makes us understand these beads? So we want to do the 2. Notice that in our abacus world, we focus in on the second number. So if I have 6 on the abacus, I want to add the 2. When I add the 2, these are the 2 beads I want to add. It doesn't matter if you do these 2 beads. It doesn't matter if you do these 2 beads or these 2 beads, right? It just matters that you do 2 beads. Hello, Cassandra. Hello, Cassandra. So we have 5 plus 3, right? So what we're doing is we're adding the 5 and we add the 3. You could do the dots like mainstream does. You could do the dots, or you could do the tally marks. You could do that too. However, it's easy to subitize. And even on the abacus, you could do it, right? So we could do 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. 8 subitizing means, now I can see Slot saying that. Yeah, right? So now if you look, you could subitize. Subitizing means that if you look at the number, you know what it is. Hello, Cassandra. Thank you so much for checking in. Just so you know, Cassandra, there's actually stickers for you. Can you see them? And so let's scale it one more time, right? When we scale it, let's do 50 plus 30. Then we have 80. You could do that, right? Because we know that we have our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. You could do the dots, but that's a whole lot of dots and that's a whole lot of counting. So I don't want to do that. So that's why it would be Abacus is able to scale. You could even do it with the hundreds. I could do 500 plus 300 equals 800. And there we go. So then we have our number, we have the 4. We add the 4. We have 5 on the abacus. We add the 4. All we got to do is add the beads to the horizontal bar. We're going to go up to the horizontal bar. Do you see that? So when we have our reckoning bar counts our numbers. So we add 4 to the reckoning bar, and then we have 9. So that is our final answer. Yeah, there's stickers. Here comes the sun. Can you show the stickers? So our next number is, we have to minus the 1. If you know how to add, you know how to subtract. Subtracting just means I'm going to take it away from the reckoning bar. So my final answer is 5. That's all we're doing. So we have, and we could do it again with the 2. So we have 3 on the abacus, and I want to take away the 2. All I got to do is take away the 2. That's it, right? Easy. Simple to use, easy to understand. And it's the same thing with the 5. Hi, little dude. Hello. So we have the 5. We want to take away the 5. We have 4 on the abacus. We want to add the 5, right? Take away the 5, add the 5. Now it's the same thing. If I have 6 on the abacus, I have 2 on the abacus. I want to add 6. That's what I'm doing. So the blue bead is, yes, the top bead is the value of 5. So when I add the 6, I bring these together. When I subtract, I do it apart like that. If I have 7 and I want to take it apart, right? That's what I'm doing. So when I add it and I subtract, what we're going to do is we're going to have 9, and then I want to take away the 7. If I take away the 7, that's what I do. What about 10? 10 looks like that. 10 is exactly what 10 looks like. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 1 on the abacus, right? 1 tens and 0 on the ones. Can I do 365 times 45, take away 143. Is this your homework? Because I know you just started school. This is your homework, isn't it? All right. Yes. Okay, what's the first thing you do? Maybe. You can't be tricking me like that, but we'll do it. So, but you're going to have to help me. So we have 9 on the abacus, so we take away the 9. It is his homework. This is his homework. Yeah. How many? Okay, little dude. What are we doing first? What do we do first? Thank you, Cassandra, right? Stickers. So your question is what? I was doing some research. What is the first thing we do, little dude? Three, 6, 5, times that by 45. Good. What is our starting point? Minus 1, 4, 3. Thank you, Giovanni. What's our starting point? This is not going to be an easy thing for you. I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to answer your question. I don't know. Who knows what our starting point is? Our starting point is going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know how to do that. The reason why is because this is going to be complicated because you don't know the formulas. No, you don't know the formulas. Add up the digit spaces. Thank you. Here comes the sun. Thank you, sun. So what are we going to do? We're going to distribute a property. So the first thing we're going to do is 3 times 4. Do we know what that is? Little doot. Do we know what it is? I don't know. I'm just doing work. 12. Thank you. 12. Add the 1, add the 2. Right? What is the next question that we do? Thank you, Giovanni. What's our next question? Nice. I have to get him to do the work, right? There. Thank you, Giovanni. No. How do you get that? How do you get 24? How do you get 24? Because I need to know that you did 7 times 6. Thank you. No. Not 3 times 6. It's 4 times 6. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, little dude. Right? So we're doing distributive property. That's what we're going to do first. So we got to take the 4. We do 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Add the 2, add the 4. And then we do our final one. What's that? I wanted the answer, but he has to learn. Yeah. Thank you, Giovanni. Yes. So our next one is going to be what? Our next one is going to be 4 times 5. Right, little dude? Good. Thank you. So 5 times 4 is equal to, what is that? It's equal to 20. Right? How do we add 2? How do we add 2 here? Do you remember how to add the 2? How do you add 2 here? Now this is a tutoring session I'm giving away for free. How do we add 2 here? You don't remember? And then I can't help you. If you don't remember, I can't help you. Nope, nope, nope. I can't help you because you need to know your formulas. Thank you, Kelly. But it's not. Because the 2 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 3. How do I get that? Because we did what? Right? Thank you. Here comes the sun. Because we know that when we want to utilize the 2, we use the 5, but we have to balance it with the 3. I can't help you, little dude. You're going to have to do it on your own. Right? Hello, pumpkin. So we have the 5, take away the 3, and then we add the 2. Right? We're done with that. What's our next number? What are we going to do? Thanks for trying. Yeah, right. 1, what's our next number? What do we do? What do we do, little dude? What do we do? We have to recount. We have to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are we going to do? We're going to do 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Thank you. 3 times 5 is 15. Take away 1, or add the 5, add the 1. See, you need to know your formulas. How do you add the 1? Plus the 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 4. Plus the 5 minus the 4, add the 5. How do you add the 5? Add the 5 as plus the 10 minus the 5. Plus the 10 minus the 5. What's our next number? We're going to do 3 times 6 is equal to, what's 3 times 6? 3 times 6 is equal to 18, right? Add the 1, add the 8. The top bead is always a value of 5. The bottom beads are a value of 3, right? Thank you, Piccolo. Hey, Piccolo. So, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here comes the sun. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So then what are we doing? We got to do, oh no, not 3. Not 3. We got to do 5. What? We got to do 5. 5 times 6. Sorry, I did that wrong. This is 30. Oh my God, I lost my space. I lost my space. I think it's this. 1, 2, 3. I think that's what I did. Right? And then 5 times 5 is... 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Add the 2, add the 5. Then what do? Then you have to minus. Minus the 1. Minus the 4. Minus the 4 is what? Minus the 4 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 6. Minus the 10 plus the 6. And then minus the 3. Minus 3 is minus the 5 plus the 2. So, I think I moved my stuff around. What is your answer? I don't even know if that's right. I've been moving my beads too much. What are the beads above? Okay. Thank you. Hello, Piccolo. Thank you, Pumpkin. Are the beads in the 5 and the 10s? Okay. Let's go back. I'm decoding Egyptian. Let's go back. Little dude, I can't do your homework. This is too advanced for everybody else to understand. So let's do again. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. All the bottom beads of value of 1, right? What do we do? Well, who remembers the Roman numerals? We have 1. We have 1. 2. There's 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? 4 is what? This is 4. But on the abacus, that's 4. Then what do? We have 5. Notice that there's a V for a 5. That's what 5 looks like. Right? What's after 5 is 6. 6 is a V and a 1. 7 is a V and a 2. 8 is a 5 and a 3. Hello, Michael. Make sense? And then 9 is actually this way. But we just do that. It is fun, but but I think I'll stick to, that's fine. You can leave too, pumpkin. Hi. Hello. Hello, Michael. I was trying to do somebody's homework. I was trying to do little dude's homework for him. Why does math have to be so complicated? I'm sorry, this is complicated? You don't understand that this is 9? I'm sorry, that's not complicated. I'm sorry, do you need a calculator to tell you that this is 9? There was somebody that came into my room and like, oh, I can't read this. Oh, this is too hard. They were like, oh, 143. 143 on the abacus. Oh, I need a calculator. And I'm like, you need a calculator to read the numbers? I'm sorry, why would you need a calculator to read numbers? Here's my calculator. 143. That's all I'm doing. Oh, I was so upset. How advanced does it get? Only to division, multiplication, division, and decimals. That's all it goes up to. Okay, we're back to here. Okay, we're going to go back to this. We're going to go back to this because everybody started asking about, let's do some adding. Let's do some, yeah. All right, let's do that. I see the owls. Yes! Yes, thank you, Michael. And then you see the abacus, my sticker abacus. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Okay, why are we learning this? That was a little bit of a detour. Thank you, Cassandra. Okay, can you find the multiple scalar product of 3 vectors? Okay, the abacus. I don't know, cat guy. Am I a teacher? I am now. Beautiful abacus. Thank you. Thank you. It was like one of these and then I made it to that. Yep. So, that was a slight detour trying to do somebody's homework. Little dude. So the 5 bead, yes, the 5 beads, yes, the blue beads are always a value of 5. So what are we doing? We're going to do 4 plus 4. Why are we going to do 4 plus 4? We're going to do 4 plus 4 because we need to understand this concept. This concept is how to make a 5. To make a 5, we're going to do this. We're not going to memorize what 4 plus 4 is. What we're going to do is we're going to understand. Thank you, Gus, for checking in. Hey, Gus, did you see the stickers? Just so you know. Do you see the stickers? But not because they are blue. Yes, exactly, Kelly. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I forgot. So, yes, you're absolutely right. So, if I change it to this, the top bead, I usually say the top bead. The top bead is a value of 5 and the bottom bead is a value of 1. So, if we put it together, it is 6. But what I like, I could do this, but it's a little bit harder to see. Thank you so much, Gus. Thank you so much. I just want to keep reminding just to get everybody to understand. Okay, so we want to add the 4. To add the 4, what are we going to do? Well, if we look, I'm going to put 4 on my abacus. I'm going to use 4 pennies to be on my abacus, right? I know for Michael it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so what's going to happen is I want to add the 4. To add the 4, what do I... Yeah, I like the colors. I do too. I'm going to go back to the colors. There we go. So we want to add 4 to the abacus. Why? We don't want to do this. The reason why we don't do that is because this is adding it to four tens. This is actually 44. We're not going to be adding it, and we're not going to count up. We're not going to be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not going to do that. That's just counting up. That's what regular math does. What we're going to do in Abacus World is we're going to understand how to utilize this concept. We know how to make a 5. Do we know how to make a 4? Guess what? To make a 4, all we need to do is have a 5 and then take away the 1. We're going to subtract while we need to add. That's the same concept of drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
What does that mean? I'm going to give you this nickel. This nickel is more than enough. But because this nickel is more than enough, I just need to take away the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Does that make sense? So we could do it again. I could do it again on my abacus. I can add the 5 and take away the 1. You're going to start seeing a number pattern. That's the number pattern. Right? So when we see the number pattern, you're going to know when we add the 4, that's what we're going to do. We're going to add the 4. Well, let's do it again. Let's try another way. If I have 4 in the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I want to add this 4, but guess what? I have this package. This package is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4 is inside here. So, but the problem is I need to take away this 1. So I need to take away the 1. I can't take it away from here. I need to take it away from the loose ones. So when I put it together, now I have 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, Piccolo? Makes sense, right? This is for you. This is for you. Where is it?
Oh, I can see everything.
Hello, Naya. Yes, hello. Right? So we can do it again. And what we do is we practice until it becomes automatic. So we can do it again. We have 3 on the abacus. I want to add 4. I want to add 4. To add 4, I have the package, this 5 cents. Guess what? I can't break this 5 cents. To break this 5 cents is not possible. So what I got to do, I got to take it away from this 1 here. So I take away the 1 and my final answer is 7. This is the same concept as a nickel, but here you see that there's 5 different segments, and we want only use the 4. We need to remove the 1. To remove the 1, we have to take it away from here. Does that make sense? We could do it on the abacus. I can add the 5, and I take away the 1. So we're understanding the concept of how to utilize the 5. That's what we're trying to do. Because when we utilize the 5, then we understand our constraint. The thing that difference is in mainstream math and abacus math is abacus math, there's a bit of a constraint. Because there's a little bit of a restraint, we need to figure out another way to add and subtract. This is different than mainstream math. Mainstream math, what do? They tell you, well, if I have if I have 4 pens, then all we got to do is count up. What do you do when you count up? You're counting up. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what do? Either that or you have to memorize. You have to memorize strategies. You need to memorize 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Well, in abacus, you see the numbers. Can I add the 4? No. How can I do it? I need to plus the 5 minus the 1. This is a concept you will understand because as we practice, you're going to know that when we want to add the 4, all we got to do is plus the 5 minus the 1. So if I have 2 on the abacus, all I got to do is plus the 5 minus the 1. So my final answer is 6. We can do it again. Well, so we know this concept. We know this concept. It's easy. Okay, it's easy. That's fine. That's great. But you know what happens is now you can scale it. What do you mean? Well, here in my other number, I can scale it. It just depends on where it is. So if I have 1,357 and I want to add 2,431, well, guess what? Do I have enough? Yes, I have enough. Oh, hey, I have a 4. I need to add the 4. I can't do it. What am I going to do? All I got to do is the same concept I just taught you, plus the 5 minus the 1. And then I want to add the 3. Can we add the 3? Can we add the 3?
Yes, we can.
All we have to do is add the 3. So what we're doing is we're looking at the abacus and just moving the beads. That's what we're doing. Right? Thank you, Kelly. That's all we're doing. We're just looking at the abacus and understanding. And as we go through, you can actually go, now it becomes scalable. We don't just know how to do certain things. We understand how to utilize the number. And that is what the goal is. The goal is to understand how to utilize the number and not just memorize. We don't want to be illiterate. We want to use the concepts. And then we start going into understanding critical thinking because we start knowing how to add the 5. And after we know how to add the 5, we will know how to subtract the 5. That's it. So for those of you that are interested, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
I start with small numbers because it's easy for me to explain the concept. Once you understand the concept, then the numbers can get bigger. But there's no point of giving you a huge number if you don't know the elements of the concept. So that's what we do is we continue on understanding the concept. So if I want to add 4 to the abacus, I have 4 to the abacus, I want to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But guess what? When I add the 3, what do? I don't have enough to add the 3. What do I need to do? Remember that if I want to know how to make a 5, utilize the 5, I have to do something with a 2. These 2 are pairs. They will always be pairs no matter what. So we have 4. I want to add the 3. I'm going to utilize this 5. To utilize the 5, It's too much. I need to take away the 2. I take away the 2. So my final answer is 7. I can do it on the abacus. I can add the 5 and then take away the 2. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. How do you carry if it adds more than 10? We will get to that in a little bit because that's why we do it when we do a plus 10s. But if we understand this, then we can keep going. Are we okay, Piccolo? Yeah, makes sense? So it's the same thing. We could do it again. We practice. We keep practicing the concept of the second number. That's why we talk about it, the second number. The second number is what dictates whether or not we use the abacus, use the formula. This, right, if I did 1 plus 3, look at the abacus. I want to do 1. Can I add the 3? Yes, I can. I don't need to overextend. I don't need to be like, oh, I need to use a formula. No, you don't need to. You just need to add the 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. But when we get to here, we want to do 3 plus 3. I want to add the 3. I can't do it. What can I do? Right? I need to add the 5, take away the 2. Add the 5, take away the 2. So my final answer is 6. So there's a time and a place to utilize the formulas. You don't use it all the time. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, exactly. Plus the 5 minus the 2. That is how we add the 3. That is how we add the 3. We can do it again. Here's our final one. We have 2 on the abacus. 2 on the abacus. I want to add the 3. 2 on the abacus. I want to add the 3. But guess what? I don't have enough. I'm going to give you my 5 cents. I need to take away the 2. So I'm left with 5. That's it. Add the 5, take away the 2. That is a formula that we need to understand. Oh, good. Oh, good. Right? It's different. It's different because we're adding and yet subtracting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
So when we're looking, if you look, plus the 3 is equal to, right? They're balanced. This is the formula that I've been doing. Plus the 3 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 2. Doing this tells you the instructions on how to use the abacus. So we have 3 on the abacus. I want to add the 3. To add the 3, there's a formula. The formula is to plus the 5 minus the 2. All I got to do is add the 5 and then take away the 2, and it gives me the answer. You don't need to remember and memorize the answer. You need to memorize and remember the formulas because the answers will show itself. Does that make sense? The answers will show itself. Because the answers will show itself, we don't have to worry about it. We just need to know the fundamentals. Are you a doctor? Are you a student? Let me ask a question with a question. I don't understand what that has to do with anything. Right? Piccolo? Does that okay, great. I'm so happy. So we can do it again. But you'll notice what? You'll notice that there's a whole set. The whole set is 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2, 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1. Same thing. So we have add the 4, add the 3, add the 2, or add the 1. We can do it again, right? So what we're doing is we're understanding the concept, but we're also making it more automatic. We can do it with the 4. So we have 4 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add 3. I'm sorry, I want to add 2. But there's not enough. What do? If I want to add the 3, I have to do something with the... If I want to add the 2, I have to do something with the 3. I have the 5 cents. I need to take away 3. 1, 2, 3. Take that away. So my final answer is 6. I add the 5, that's too much. I gave you too much. I'm going to take away the 3. And my final answer is 6. Yeah? Cool? Okay. We have our last one. Our last one is the 1. The 1 is a little bit different because there's not too many questions with the 1. So we have 3 on the abacus, 3 on the abacus. Oh, it's this one. That one. There we go. Hello, Ellie. Right? Can we add 1? Yes, we can add the 1. Easy. We just add it. We don't need to use a formula. It's when we need to use the formula. I want to add 1 here. There's no more beads to add the 1. Guess what? I know if I need to add the 1, I have to utilize this 5. That means I have to minus the 4. So I have to add the 5, take away the 4, and I get my answer is 5. And that's it. So that's the set. So we added the 5. We know how to do it. Thank you so much for liking the live. Right? So what we're doing is we're understanding the concept. This concept gets repeated. This concept gets repeated. Because if you know how to add, you will know how to subtract. Hello, I am bored again. Hello. This book is about how to make a 5, or utilizing the 5. We have a color by number, we have the mazes, and what it does is it solidifies the concept of how to make a 5. There's word problems and the hidden words, and again more mazes. And then if you're ever wondering, I do have answers in the back of the book. There is also tic-tac-toe as well as part of the activities. You answer the question, you place your marker. There we go. Thank you so much for liking the live. Tic-tac-toe, color by number, and I think that's about it. So here are the answers to the book. That's it. So that's what we did. That is how do we add the 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to minus the 5. We're going to minus the 5, or we plus the 10. What do you want to do? We can plus the 10. Yeah. Let's plus the 10. So this is for Kelly. So, here we go. Kelly, I don't know if you're still here, but this book here, yay. Okay, good. Because we bypassed the minus. So just so you know, there's some gaps in the knowledge. 2 plus the 10. Have you ever played the math game like Shut the Box? No, I've never heard of that. The only thing I know is hands up, 7 up. Heads up, 7 up. I don't know that one. Okay, so it is this one. No, it's not this one. It is. I gotta figure out how to reorganize my stuff. It is not right. That's not right. That's the minus 10. I need to find the plus 10. There we go. Okay. Plus the 10. What does that mean? Well, just like how we do on the 10. So for those of you that just joined, here's how we read the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5. The top beat is always a value of 5. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am bored again for the tiny tiny and the Go Popular gifts. Thank you so much. So we have 5. The top beat is a value of 5. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10. That's what 10 looks like. 10 is a 1 and a 0. This is not 10. 10, that is 55. 10 is actually 1 and a 0. So in the abacus, what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to carry over. That's what this is carrying over. So I have 9 on the abacus. I want to add another 9. To add another 9, it's the same thing. I can give you my 10, right? I give you too much. So I make a 10. I give you too much. I got to take away the 1. So my final answer is 18. There's that way. There's another way. Here is another way. If I have 9 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We have another 9. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a 10 out of this 9. You need to make a 10 out of the bottom 9. You have to keep that in mind. It's always going to be the bottom number that you're going to make a 10. How do we make a 10? You need a 1. 9, right? 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. If 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, we got to get 1. Where is the 1 going to come from? The 1 has to come from the number previous. It's going to come from the 9. It has to come from the 9. So if I take away the 1 from the 9, like this, if I take away the 1 and I add it to down here, I have now made a 10. I'm going to add it to my abacus. So what did I do? To make a 9 is I minus the 1 plus the 10. We're going to do it again. So we have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add the 9. To add the 9, we have 3. 3 on the abacus, we have the 9. To add the 9, what are we going to do? We have to make this a 10. Yeah, we're going to keep going. This has to become a 10. What do you do to add the 10? You need to add a 1. What time is it? 11:02. Hello, Shar. Does that make sense, Kelly? So we need to make this. I had to concentrate today. Oh, yeah? I was early on this morning. It is 11:02. Yes. So this has to become a 10. To do this, what number do we need? We need to add a 1, but this 1 has to come from somewhere. Oh, had to pour concrete. Yes, it is the same concept as the 5. Exactly. So we have to take it away, take the 1 away from the 3 to add to the 9. So this becomes 10. So all I got to do is add my 10. Yes, after doing my job. Oh, interesting. Why are you pouring concrete? Are you burying bodies? I am bored. Why are you pouring concrete? Are you making cement shoes out of for people? Does that okay? So we could do it again. We can do it again. Let's do 8. 8 is the same concept, right? But we need to know the partner of 8. The partner of 8 is what? It's 2. Swimming with the fishes. Right? You're going to be swimming with the fishes. So, just in the 10 spot. Yes. So when we're looking, we always use the one on the left. No, we're trying to make slabs because we're trying to make our house. Oh, that's cool. So we have 9 on the abacus. We have 9 on the abacus. I want to add 8. To add the 8, what do I do? Plus the 10 minus the 2. Plus the 10 minus the 2. Yes, Kelly. Yes, exactly. And it works exactly the same. But the difference is in mainstream is that you always gravitate to whatever's the closest to the 10. But in abacus, this and this, you always want to go with the bottom number. I crashed out earlier. You know, that's so interesting. Did you crash out like you had a temper tantrum? Or did you crash out like you passed out and you were sleeping? Now I gotta have this clarification because I just found out that crashing out is not what I grew up with. Okay, so Kelly, just so you know, we always look at the second number. I was mad. Oh, so you are using, okay. I see. That's a young term. That's a young terminology. Yeah, because I still think crashing out means passing out, like sleeping. My kids pass out because he's tired. So, yeah, that's tough. But at least you're trying to make your. I was just mad. Oh, interesting. But at least you're making your house your own. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, I'm gonna crash on the couch. Exactly. I'm gonna crash. But we're old. Here comes the sun. If you don't know that word, we're old. I don't know. My cousin had to tell me. So 9. No. 9 is 1. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, 9, right, on the abacus. To add the 8, you got to go add this 8. So you have to minus the 2 plus the 10. Yes. So your final answer is 18. No, 17. Sorry, 17. Sorry, I need to move the chat up. Here comes the sun. JJ, welcome. Yes, welcome, JJ. Nope, I just tied my hair back. because it's hot. It's hot. So, Kelly, just so you know, it's the same thing with the 7, but the 7's partner is 3, right? So we do it again. We could do 9 on the abacus. We want to add the 7. But remember, we go down. Mainstream goes up and down, right? They're like, oh, the 9 is so close to the 10. We got to make this a 10. And then we got to remember in our head that we had added the 10. Okay, whatever. But in abacus, there's a system to it. It's systematic. You always go from down. You add the 9 on the abacus, and then you figure out how do you add 10 to the 7? How do you make 7? Thank you, JJ. Get to Portland again. Oh, that's good. So then, does that make sense, Kelly? So you go down. You always want to use the 7, right? Yeah, it seems easier. You go from top down. It doesn't matter how small the number is. Every number has a partner. So, right, you take away the 3, you add the 10. My final answer is 16. So let's do it again with the 8, or with the 2, right? If I have 2 on the abacus, we're now going to make 8 a 10, right? What we're going to do is we're going to make the 2 the 10. What's the partner of 2? The partner of 2 is 8. The partner of 2 is 8. So if the partner of 2 is 8, we plus the 10 minus the 8. Does that make sense? But it was sent to my bro in college. Aw. Yeah. So you go down. It doesn't go back and forth. It's going to Tennessee. Oh, hey. Thank you, Cassandra, for the finger heart. Thank you. Yeah. And so that's what it is. So understanding that you go down, it doesn't even matter if it's a 1. Even if it's a 1, you still have to go down. You can't do it until you get to the 9, right? So it's okay. Like we have 8, we want to add the 1. Well, we can do it. We don't need to, we don't need to do a formula. But then what happens is what, right? So start with the larger number? No. Start with the top number. That's all it is. You start with the top number. You don't start with the larger number. You start with the top number. That's why we look at the second number. I'm having trouble with multiplication if you have that. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, we're ready to do it because now we understand how to add the 10. Once we understand how to add the 10, then it's easier to go into multiplication. Yeah. Cassandra, do you have a question for multiplication? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the biggest number, Kelly. It's the bottom. It's the start from the top and then go to the bottom. 33 plus 99. All right. La la la. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. There it is. Here we go. No, this is not it. I gotta start putting my number. I gotta start putting. I have to start putting notebooks away. Okay. I'm so glad you found a light. Oh, good. I'm so happy. I'm losing track somewhere. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. So multiplication's a little bit different because we know how to do it now. There's always like steps we need to do. So for those of you that are just kind of jumping in, we're like kind of barreling through a lot of concepts. For those of you that just started, please be patient and we'll go back to going to the basics. But the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about multiplication. Abacus world, what we do in the abacus world is we do a distributive property. That's what we do. So one of the question is 99 plus 33. So the first thing we're going to do is understand distributive property. So we have 9 times that by 33. We need to figure out what is our starting point. Do you know what our starting point is? Thank you, Jelly. So what is our starting point? Remember what distributive property is. Distributive property is we go each individual number. That's what we're doing. Each individual number. Thousands? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start here. The first number is what? 3 times 9 is equal to 27. How many spaces over that? It is 4, because we do 1, 2, 3, 4. We remember that this is our placeholder. This is our ones place. We count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're doing, right? So we add the 20, we add the 7, and then we do it again. We add the 20, we add the 7. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's because you have to do formulas. That's why. So we're done with the 3 here. Now we have to do it again. Did you recount? Cassandra, did you recount? You have to recount. When you're done with the 3, you have to recount. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we're here at the hundreds. Did you get to this part? So what we did is what? We did 999 times that by 33. So what did we do? We have 2,970. So we have 2,970, right? So that's what we have on the abacus. So if we do it again, 1, 2, 3, we're here. So we'd have to add 27 again. Add the 2, add the 7, add the 2. How do you add the 2? Plus 2 is equal to, how do we add 2 here? Plus 10 minus 8. Yes, thank you. So minus the 8 plus the 10. Now we're here. Thank you, Kelly. We need to add 7. Add 7. This is where this is another 2-step. How do we plus the 7? Plus the 7 is plus the 10 minus 3. Plus the 10 minus 3. So we add the 10, take away the 3. How do you take away the 3? Do we have enough to take away the 3? No. So this is our 2-step. Minus 3 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 2. Minus the 5 plus the 2. Thank you, Kelly. Hey, Maylin. Welcome, Maylin. So then what's our next one? We need to add the 20. We need to add the 7. Add the 20. Add 7. Add 20. How do you add 20? How do you add 2? Plus 2 is equal to what? How do you add 2 here? Plus the 5 minus 3. Thank you, Cassandra. Plus the 5 minus 3. And then add 7. So what's my final answer? My final answer is 3, 2, 6, 7. That's my final answer. Yeah, Maylin, you like that? I've got some other ones. I got some fun for some trolls. If some trolls come in.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out from my mouth?
Yeah, it could be. Was it because it was a 2-step? That's a good problem. It's an interesting problem. Yeah, it's an interesting problem. It's a more advanced problem because of the different it's a more advanced problem because of the 2-step. For whatever reason, I kept missing the 3rd time I had to add the 7. Yeah. It's a lot about trying to keep track of your stuff. I just added 20 and moved on. Oh yeah. I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good problem. It's interesting because there's a 2-step, because 7 plus 7 is going to be a 2-step. Good. Thanks. That helps me know how I went wrong. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for the rose. That was easy. If I could just answer all of your questions, it would be fantastic. So there's another one. Oh yeah, there's another one, Maylin. I got this one. Yes. Thank you, Cassandra.
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
And then that's it. I mean, we keep going, right? So, but that's the idea. Understanding how to do it. You need to really know this from Sesame Street. Yeah, that's from Sesame Street. I've got some good ones. I got to figure out a couple of more. I'm still trying to. I think I have like 22 sound bites now. My list is growing. Can we go back to the minus? Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna minus the 5. Because why? If you because I want to get to the point where where it becomes automatic. If you know how to add the 5, you know how to subtract the 5. And that's all it is. So remember 5 to make a 5, it's 4 and 1. 4 and 1. What does that mean? Well, I was trying to explain that if I had minus 4 minus 5 minus 1 it equals to minus 5, right? I just did it again on my own. I got it right. Oh, good. Oh, good, Cassandra. That's awesome. Oh, so what we're going to do is we're going to minus the 4. Why are we going to do that? Well, the question, it's always about the question that we're using, right? So if I did 9 and I want to take away 4, can I do it? Yes, I could take away the 4, not a problem, right? But the question is 8. If I have 8, I need to what? I need to minus the 5 plus the 1. I need to minus the 5 plus the 1. Oh, what am I going to do? I need a new one. I need a new one for Cassandra. Maybe this one?
Level up, 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 level up.
I don't know if that's a good one. I like this one. I don't know. I need like a congratulations one.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Oh, I should have done that one. No, I need to figure out a congratulations one, you know? Like something like a good job. Good job. Like this one?
Oh, I love it. Great stuff.
That'd be good. I think that's a good one. Right? So what do we do? Does that make sense? And we could do it again. If I have 7 on the abacus, or if it's 6, we'll do 6. 16. So it's the same thing. If I have 16 on the abacus, I want to take away 4. To take away the 4, I don't have any beads. Right? I don't have any more beads to take away the 4. What do? I have to minus the 5 plus the 1. Now let's see if we can figure this out. Well, it's in here. Right? If I have 16 on the if I have 16, I need to take away 4. To take away the 4, I'm going to take it away from here. The 4 is in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I see that if I take away this whole thing, I am missing out this 1. I got to add it back in. So if I take out the 5, I have to add back in 1 cube. So it's like a trading. So I have to trade. I have to give you change. So I minus the 5 and I plus the 1. So my final answer is 16. We could do it again. We have 15 on the abacus. We have 15 on the abacus. I want to take away 4. To take away 4, I just have these. What am I going to do? Yes, it's adding of the 1, right? I only want to take away 4. I have to take away this 4 from here, from this 5. What do? Minus the 5, I need to add back the 1. So it goes back to understanding.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
You're going to see a number pattern. You'll notice I need to minus the 5, add the 1. And it's the same thing with the other way. If I want to add the 4, I go add the 5 minus the 1. So you know how to add, you know how to subtract. I'm going to take away this 5, but I have to add the 1. And I do an exchange. So my final answer is 11. My final answer is 11 because what I'm doing, 15 take away 4. 15 take away 4. That's what I'm doing. So when we're looking, right, we need to understand the concepts of our numbers, right? 11. And we could do it again. So here we can do, I don't know if Jeremiah is still around, but I know Jeremiah wanted to practice some subtraction. So it's the same thing with the 3, right? The 3, if I have on my abacus, to minus the 3, I minus the 5 plus the 2, and I bring it up like that. Okay, got that, right? Because you know how to add, you know how to subtract. The concept's the same, but now we're just doing the reverse, the inverse. We're just doing the inverse. We just add the 5 or take away the 5. That's it. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So when we're looking, we have 1, 2, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you start with a negative number? It's the same way you do it on a piece of paper. How do you start with a negative number? It's always going to be the top number, right? So even if we did 5 minus 8, what do you do in mainstream? Mainstream, you still need to do 8 and then 5. Take it away is 3. You have to remember that there's a minus. Yeah. Whatever you do in mainstream math is what you do in abacus math. That part is the same. Make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how do you do it in mainstream math? Same thing. Because what is it? Abacus just shows you numbers. That's all it is. It's just to visualize. It's just to help you visualize numbers. That's all it does. We are the one doing calculations. That's why we can do multiplication and division, because it's easy. You can do calculus if you figured out some of the concepts, but I think calculus has a lot of like symbols and stuff. You just use the abacus to show your numbers. So it's the same thing here. So when we're looking, right, same thing here. We have 36 on the abacus, 36. We want to take away the 3. Take away the 3 is what? Minus the 5 plus the 2. And you move it up. So my final answer is 33. How are you do it again with the 2? If we have 6 on the abacus, 6 on the abacus, I want to minus the 5. Oh, I don't have this one. Minus the 5 plus the 3. So my final answer is 4. Yeah, apparently, you can apparently approximate algorithms on an abacus, but mostly it's for arithmetic. Yeah. Because you're dealing with numbers. I mean, you can kind of do algebra, like finding the x, but it's really what you're doing is you're just moving the beads to give you the number, to give you the answer. That's all you're doing. Yeah. Right? And it's the same thing with this one. So if I did 15 on the abacus, I want to minus the 2. Minus the 2 is minus the 5 plus the 3. Minus the 5 plus the 3. And my final answer is 13. And then we do it again. But see, that's the thing, right? What we're doing is we're solidifying the concept of how to make a 5 and how to subtract a 5. So we have 5 on the abacus. I want to minus the 1. Minus 1 is what? Can't do it. I have to take away the 4, take away the 5, add the 4. Because just like our package, we're only going to utilize this one bead that I'm holding. And we got to add back these 4. So we have to take away the 5 and add the 4. So my final answer is 4. So this book is not available. Not available in my TikTok shop, but it is available over in the other place. I gotta find. Here it is. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, if you're interested, I do have Abacus books available in my TikTok shop. My whole collection is over here. Hello, my name is Lynette. Thank you. Ooh. This is for Kelly.
Oh, I can see everything.
Yeah. So these are just activities for this book was meant for young kids, and so that's why there's the tracing numbers, there's word problems, there's mazes, there's the hidden words, and there's a color by number. There's answers in the back of the book, just in case my instructions are not understandable, or if you're ever curious that you got the right answer. It's all here. Okay. Hooray! Good job, Kelly. Yes. Right? So what made it click? Was it adding of the 5 and taking away the 5? And I feel like it is a simpler way of adding and subtracting. And it's the same thing. We can do the minus the 10. Minus the 10 is the same thing. It's just you know how to add, you know how to subtract. Excuse me. Oh, where is it? It is over here. Yeah, I'm getting better every day. Yes, good job, 300. I'm understanding the negative number on an abacus. Yeah, it's actually not negative number. What it is, it's a subtraction. Like what we're doing is we're actually taking it away. So the same thing with here, right? Our number is, you want to take away the 9, right? How do you take away the 9? Well, we need to take away from the 10, and then you add the 1. Yeah. I don't know, like, yeah. So, like, here, it's the same thing. If I want to have 11 on the abacus, guess what? I have 11 on the abacus. I want to take away the 9. The 9 is sitting in here, so we have to minus the 10 and add the 1. That's what we need to do. But so what we're doing is we're understanding concepts. Because we understand the concept, it comes with a formula. These are instructions. I'm getting better at math every day. Good job, 300. Good job. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy you're getting better at math every day. It's good, right? And we're just practicing, keeping our mind active. So we have 8, same thing, minus the 10 plus the 2. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. For those of you that just joined, please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
So the beads on the abacus is what tracks the numbers. The beads on the abacus go up and down, up and down, up and down. Right? We go up to the reckoning bar to add. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5. That's the value of 5. We have 5. The top bead will always be 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Ah, thank you so much for the is it a cake? Oh yeah, thank you so much for the level up sparks. Yeah. Oh right. The level up sparks.
Level up. 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 Level up.
Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate that. Decimal works the same way, just in the, yes, exactly. Decimal start is yes. So I have to find my. I can't find it. Hey. So we have our ones. That's what it is. We have our ones. Our decimal sits here, our tenths, and our hundreds. That's it. That is it. It's not that difficult, right? When you start seeing it, it's not difficult. Does it hurt the abacus? No. No. Yeah. How are you? Did you get enough sleep today? I did not. Actually, I think I did. I woke up early, though. I woke up early to start it up again. And then, what? And then now I'm here. Thank you, Chin Fu. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm planning not to stay up. I don't know. Can you do one decimal problem? Yes? It'd be easy. Let me get my book. So if we have 6.25 plus 2.88. How does that work? Right? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Cassandra. 3199 plus 6.49. Okay, we'll do both. We'll do both. So the first thing we're going to do, so in Abacus world, we put the whole number, right? 6, 6, 2, 5. We put the whole number. And then we need to add, we don't go from right to left. We go from right, we don't go from right to left. We go from left to right. So we add the 2, add the 2. Add the 8, we have to plus the 8. What is plus 8? Plus 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus 2. So plus the 10 minus the 2. And then we have 2 plus 8 again. Plus the 10 minus the 2. Cannot minus the 2. What do? Minus the 2 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 3. So we minus the 5 plus the 3. So my final answer is 9.13. Let me do it again. We have 13 on the Abacus, 9, 9. We have 6, right? We have to add the 6. Can we do it? Yep, add the 6. We have to add the 4. Plus 4 is what? We want to add 4 here. Plus 4 is plus the 10 minus 6. When we look at it, can we take away the 5? No, we cannot add the 5. So we can't add the 5. We got to go to the next equation. No. You're fine. It's just a workflow. So when we want to add the 4 here, can we add the 5? No. So we have to go to the next one, which is minus the 6 plus the 10. 1, 0. 1, 0, 1. How do we add the 1? Can we add the 1 here, Cassandra? How do we add the 1? Plus 1 is equal to? Thank you, Cassandra. Yes. Minus the 9 plus the 10. And then we're here. Because we were just here. Now we got here. So plus the 9. Plus 9 is what? Plus the 10 minus the 1. So my final answer is 20.48. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So what we're doing is we have to understand that there's a workflow. And that's what this comes in. So we were adding. This is the workflow. The workflow is, if I want to add, is there enough beads? Right? Can you do that one more time? Yeah, we'll do that. So the question is do you have enough beads? Yes or no? If no, then do you have enough to add the 5? To add the 5, can you do it? Yes or no? If you cannot, then you do the plus 10, which is, if you notice, there's a plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. Right? That's why we use this, not the 5. So our next one is, our same one, we do 13 on the Abacus, 1, 3, 9, 9. And then what do? We add 6, so we're adding 6 here, plus the 6. Here, we have to add the 4. To add the 4. Right, I need to add the 4. Is there enough beads to add the 4? No, because all of these are being used. Can you add the 5? No, because the 5 is right here. You can need to, plus the 4 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 6. So we plus the 10 and minus the 6. Let's minus the 6 first so we don't forget. Minus the 6 plus the 10. 10, 1, 0, 1, 0. Go back. Can you add the 1? No. Can you add the 5? No. So what do? Plus the 10 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 9. So we plus the 10 minus the 9. I remember we were here. So we have to do 9. 9 goes here. Plus the 10 minus the 1. So my answer is 2048. Yep. And I think that's about it. I think I am spent. I am cooked. Did that make sense, Kelly? Are we all right? I almost got that. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. The reason why is because there's a 2-step. And that's the one thing is you have to take the numbers slowly. 2-step means that this number right here involves another step. So it's like algebra, but not quite. It is time to crash. Yes, not crash out. Yeah. The multiple columns changes are tough. Yeah, multiple columns is a little tougher. That's why I use my finger to track my number. So that's why you see me use my finger, and I also verbalize. So when you're working with it, I would verbalize it, and well, if you can hear it, and then use your finger to track your number. You might need another post-it note to add where you last left off. You could do that. Yeah, I just got to practice. Oh, yeah. And so, if you're interested, I'm going to publish it. I finally got it in. Oh, yeah. I finally got it. I just got to put it into my Abacus store. So I have this basic math for adults. I finally got it in. I got to update my TikTok shop. And so, again, you get the book belong to, and then we have how to read the Abacus. Yeah. And then we have the big brain notes. And then I give you a countdown. And then I give you the mask maze again. But then I also give you this cutout card that I try to mimic this, but you can color it in. So, and you can use it. It should match up. It should match up to the numbers. Kinda. See? So we have the numbers. So this is my ones, my tenths, and my hundreds. There's a decimal, there's the comma. This is my hundreds, this is my thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So that's what that's for. And then we have our maze. So I was just doing my preview, and then we review the 3-digit maze, then we review the 4-digit numbers, and then this is the reverse maze. Then we start going into the basic understanding of adding and subtracting. After we add and subtract, that's it. And then we do subtraction. And then I do pixel art. You have to answer the questions and then try to figure out what the color is, what this object is. And then what else? Then we start doing the 5-step equation, how to make a 5. I give you ideas like how the 5 works. This is instructions on how the 5 works. And then this is minus the 5. And then I have a write the formula. I give you options. I give you opportunities to write the formula as much as possible because I wanted to make it automatic. And then the activity is the hidden word. So figure out what the hidden word is, and then I give you this thing called commutative property. Commutative property is a little bit slightly off because in mainstream they say addition states, but in Abacus we have to use the adding and subtracting. Oh, you like the pixel art? Good luck. Tammy still doesn't know what it is. So then we start reviewing how to make a 10. And then after that, I give you the formulas. And then there is a color by number. And then we start going into multiplication. So here is the beginning parts of understanding how to do multiplication. So if I add the 1, right, what's the formula? If I add another 1, what's the formula? And then you have to give me the answer. And then here's a word ladder. We did the word, I don't know if you guys remember the word ladder, but we did the word ladder. And the idea was to figure out what the word is. And here's the ladder right here. And then again, there's a multiplication. I give you some multiplication, and then we do a review. Then we do minus the 10. We have making of the minus the 10. We have color by number. Write the formula. And then more word ladder. And then we have making of the 10. And then this is where the framework is. I give you the plus, how to do the plus and how to do the subtraction. And then we start going into the two-step equation. So I try to explain how to do the two-step equation as much as possible. And it's a lot to read, but take it slow. Take it really slow. And so here is the review, and then here is the puzzle. So the idea is you cut the puzzle, and you put it around here. You can write the formula. There's a space for formula. And then we do multiplication, and then the two-step equation, and then more puzzles. And then I did mosaic, so it's like kind of like a color by number, but I did mosaic, and then addition, mazes, and then hidden words. And that's it. More color by number. I guess that was the only one pixel I did. The pixel art. Yeah. And then mazes, mosaic. Yep. There we go. And then the answers are in the back of the book. The answers are in the back of the book. I am planning to populate my TikTok shop tomorrow. I just got them today, and so I took the pictures and I gotta list it tomorrow. I'll list my thing tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's about 109 pages, just so you know. It's about 109 pages, and I was gonna make it a bundle. Okay, so here's a question for you guys. I was thinking about adding this as a bundle, or do you want the 13 column one as a bundle? I need to get one of those. So which one would you rather have? The colorful one as a bundle, or the 13 column one as a bundle? That's the question. I don't know if I could add that. So I was going to do a bundle. The 13 column. Yeah, you think so? I mean, that's why I did this. You know what I mean? I already have the 17. I would rather get the colorful one, but others may vary. You know what I could do is I could do an option. I could do options. So your option is either you want this one or you want this one. Maybe two? Maybe both? I'll give you the option. You can either buy this one or you can buy this one. I don't know. Yeah, I guess do options. Okay. I'll do options and you guys can decide which one you want. But I finally got this in stock, and then I have this in stock. So it just takes time to bring everything in stock. But I do appreciate everybody's support, and I hope it works well. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta get that up going, and then I have to get my 4-digit maze added to the shop as well. So I'm falling behind in listing of my books, and then I have to restock some of the books that I've already sold out. I hope you sell it fast. I hope so too. Thank you. I'm super indecisive, so I won't know what I want until checkout. That's all right. It takes me time to think about it too. But yeah, I'm really excited for this book. I'm really excited, and it was supposed to mimic the owls. So if you notice, I have the younger ones. I have owls. So that's why I did the older one with the owl with the hair. So I've seen the ones with the reset buttons too. It is gimmicky. Yeah, the reset, I do have that one. I have that one. But this one is my personal one. I don't sell this one, and it's made out of bamboo. And there's the reset button right here. And that's all it does. But I still like to reset with my fingers. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's why I do the owl. The owl, because I started off with the owl with the kids, and so I was going to continue on with the owls with the adults. And then, so that's one line of work, one line, and then the next line would be mazes and mazes. So there's going to be a bunch of mazes. So that's it. Yeah, this one was supposed to be this and it's a lot faster than the kids. So the kids one is one concept a book, but the the kids one is one concept a book, but I felt like the adult ones, if you're okay with it, to be a little bit faster, but there should be enough exercises for you to get it really solid. So, yeah, yeah, it took a little bit. It took a little bit of time to get to this point, but yeah, I'm working on my next book. Ah, Cassandra, that's funny. A collector. Oh, so Cassandra, are you going to get a wall? Are you going to get a wall abacus? This is a 13 column. I think it's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 columns. And this one's for teachers. So this is what I would use as a teacher because you guys are like down there. And so you could see it. So this would be part of the wall. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with that one over there. Do you see that one? That one's a little bit smaller. But I like this one because the beads move nice. I got this one from a retired abacus teacher. But yeah, there is a wall one you could use, and there's like ringlets, so you can hook it up. Yeah. Are they magnetic? No, they're not magnetic. There's a little spring that keeps them stayed up. There's a little spring that keeps them secured. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah, it's not magnetic. It's yeah. There's a because there's a little spring that keeps it stable, and the beads are not heavy, so it's just easier. And it's nice to like, you can flick it and it won't have a problem. Yeah, that one you can flick. That one you can flick. All right, so we have that. We have that. Yeah, yeah. There's a few people. I don't know where to find it, and I don't want to buy it because I don't know if there's going to be a huge demand. And then the problem is shipping. So I don't even know how much it is to ship. You know what I mean? So it's hi Jinx, welcome back. Yeah, that's the one problem is the shipping. Because it's a little large, and I don't even know what kind of package. Like what kind of how would you ship it? Like I have to like get a custom cardboard. Yeah. Anyways, how's it going? Hi Jinx, it's been a while. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got. Okay, good night. Okay, cool. Check next. Yeah. Stop swearing. Don't swear. We have kids here. Come on, hijinks. Come on. I got kids in here. It's funny. You could tell who the kids are. It's so funny. You could tell the kids. But yeah, like I get kids as young as like 5th grade. There's this one kid that came in and they're like, "Can you do this problem?" And I'm like, "This is your homework, isn't it?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I could do it, but it's a little bit complicated." Oh yeah, little dude. Yeah, yeah. Little dude's a kid. But the problem is little dude didn't know the formula. See, it's different because like Mr. Clean, he's also young, but he remembers the formulas. And so if he gives me a question, he can track it. You know what I mean? So like he knows. I'm assuming it's Mr. Clean. So he knows all his formulas all the way to division. So when we're talking about it, it was interesting. He was able to keep up with the division. And so he said it was interesting. He did say that because because he's been sitting with me with Abacus and stuff. He started like way early in my lives where I only had like 5 people, and so he said that his grades actually bumped up to like a 4.0 because he understood the Abacus, which was like crazy. Yeah, he can help you work out instead of doing the work for you. Yeah, exactly. I'm somebody's kid. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also a kid at heart. I'm a Yeah. Now I'm going to build a whole abacus empire. I gotta write that down. I'm writing it all down. Abba. Hello, E. Hey, E. Abba Empire. Abba Empire. I don't know if that doesn't ring off my. I got the Abba cousins. I think we called ourselves Abba cousins. If you, the fan club, I think I called it Abba cousins. It's a bit of a stretch. It is a bit, but I have to think about it some more. Abba Kingdom, maybe Abba Kingdom. Abba Kingdom, Kingdom. Yeah. You guys are so funny. I still got the. I'm gonna abacus you out. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Clean, it was so funny. I was doing a live during the day, and Mr. Clean showed my live to the teacher, to his teacher, and the teacher's like, "Oh, you're fine. You can just stop abacussing." That's a good one. Stop abacussing. Yeah, it was really funny, and the teacher was like, "Yeah, you're fine. Keep watching," and I'm like, "What? The teacher's supposed to be doing the." I'm not here to replace, but it was really interesting this scenario. Yeah. So I do get young kids, and you can kind of tell who they are. Either that, or I get people on the spectrum, and I can tell who they are too, which is fine, which is actually really cool. But it's just interesting. It's just interesting the people that come into my lives. So that's why I want to make sure that there's no cussing. No, I don't want ABBA cussing, because then that's what we're doing. We're ABBA cussing. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Because we are abacus. We're doing abacus. Keep it ABBA clean. There you go. Keep it ABBA clean, people. There you go. I think I like that one. Keep it ABBA clean. Yeah, because abacussing is what we're doing. We're abacussing, like we're mathing, right? I don't know. I shall change my name to Abba Cassandra. That is hilarious. You and I thought about abacus a lot. You guys are you guys are making me run for my money, kind of a thing. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. Thank you so much for liking the live. There's only the three or four of us, I think. Everybody else is just kind of zoning out, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for the lessons. I had a great night. Oh yeah, you too. You too, Abba Cassandra. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna try to get in and try to come in early tomorrow and see what happens. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I gotta get my books up. I need to get my books up. Thank you, Abba Cassandra, for the roses. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head to bed too. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you all in my next live. I'll see you all in my next live. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Good night, Jelly. Good night. Here comes the sun. Smooth operator. Good night.